Yo, what is good everyone? OJ over here from Player Essence and welcome to another video. Today we have some awesome information, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we are starting off with Arkane Studios is looking for talent with additionally Switch SDK experience. Now for those who don't know, Arkane Studios has made some of the biggest games in the industry dating back to 2002. Some of their notable ones are Call of Duty World at War back in 2008. You also have BioShock 2 back in 2010, the original Dishonored in 2012, Dishonored 2 in 2016, Prey, the new Prey in 2017, and Dishonored Death of the Outsider. So they've developed on some big IPs, some big games throughout their history, and Arkane Studios, most known for Dishonored, people are thinking, yeah, that's kind of what they're going to be bringing over if they're looking for people with Switch SDK experience. Now, there's also another angle that we can take at this that I think that people aren't exploring because of something that was said from Nintendo's games third-party relations boss, Damon Baker. Now, I remember he commented on a post about them potentially bringing over Prey, like, hey, how about there's a Switch port for Prey? And remember, Arkane Studios, they also did Prey as well, as I just said here. So there is a possibility that potentially we could be getting Prey. A lot of people are just saying Dishonored just because the last 3 games that they've done since 2012, 3 out of the 4, it's been Dishonored related. Dishonored Death of the Outsider, that is DLC expansion, but it was also released as a standalone if I'm not correct. But it was basically an expansion. Like, you want to make sure that you played Dishonored 2 before you played that one. From what I understand, the Dishonored games are actually really good. Well, Dishonored 2 and Dishonored Death of the Outsider. I actually played Dishonored 1. I purchased that game day one when it came out on PC and played it. Thought it was good, but not enough for me to actually be so invested into the franchise or anything like that. But I do realize that it's a very, very good franchise. It's a good game. But I do think that there could be any number of games here. It could be Dishonored, it could be Prey, or it could be both. They could be looking to port both of those just because of what has happened before in the past. And like I said with Damon Baker and that post, he said, hey, how about there's a Switch port of Prey? He particularly mentioned Prey in his post. So I do think that it's a possibility that we get that. Now, personally, for me, what I would like to see, I would like to see Dishonored. I think Dishonored fits the Nintendo Switch a little bit better than Prey, although Prey would be great. Don't get me wrong. Prey would be great, and I'd be happy if they were to bring over Prey. I have not played the game on PS4 and Xbox One, although it's like super dirt cheap at this point. I think it's going for like $14 at its lowest point, so it would be a $60 game on the Switch, and we get the whole Wolfenstein thing over again and all of that stuff. But at the same time, more support is better than no support at all. So if they're able to bring those over, that'd be cool. But Dishonored has like the RPG elements in there, which Prey does a little bit as well. And Dishonored has kind of like the action, kind of different stuff that I think that would fit the Nintendo Switch. There could be great uses for HD Rumble. It has stealth in there. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that's in Dishonored that necessarily you don't get in Prey, but they're both really, really good games. And I think that in terms of what people think about them, they're really, really good games. So I do feel that we could get either one of those, and I'd be happy with Dishonored 2. I think Dishonored 2 is a fantastic game. There's 2 different campaigns you can play through. It's a lot of fun, and I just like how dynamic the gameplay is, from the stealth to the action and kind of what you can do, the upgrading, the leveling. It just seems to me like it's a little bit more dynamic, and Switch owners might be a little bit more into a game like that than Prey. But then again, Prey is really cool too. It has like that isolation feel, that Metroid Prime feel at times too. So either one would be great, but it does seem like they will be doing something. You also have to remember that Bethesda is the publisher behind the Dishonored games and Prey, so Bethesda has a good relationship with Nintendo. We do know that Bethesda probably isn't done yet when it comes to games that they're going to be releasing on the Nintendo Switch. They've hinted at that, so there's a good chance that we see Dishonored or Prey on the Nintendo Switch in the future. So what do you guys think about this, and what game would you like to have, or would you like to have both? I think we all would like to have both. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next topic here, CyberConnect 2 has released a video on its upcoming Trilogy of Vengeance self-published titles, confirming it will launch all 3 titles simultaneously worldwide in 2019 for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and the PC. This is probably like unprecedented for a studio like this. This is definitely something different from CyberConnect 2. For those who don't know, CyberConnect 2, they're the developers behind the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series. So they did that. They've also done some other games as well, but they make the big flashy Naruto style games. and they're doing something a little bit different with the Trilogy of Vengeance and actually focusing on gameplay. So, as details earlier this week, Little Tail Bronx 20th anniversary title Fugu on Battlefield will be the first title to launch in summer 2019, followed by Tokyo Ogre Gate 3 months later and Cecile 3 months after that. So here's the video update you guys are seeing here. Let's go over some information on each one of the games. So the first one, the Fugu on the Battlefield. This is a game celebrating the Little Tail Bronx series 20th anniversary, where the fates of children are thrown into chaos by the sudden flames of war. 11 children will take control of a mysterious ancient weapon to fight against an evil army and save their imprisoned families. So you can check out more information on that game, link in the description below. They have a bunch of different screenshots and stuff that you guys are checking out too here. Then you have Tokyo Ogre Gate. In early 20th century Tokyo, the Tokyo Ogre Gate that connects our world to hell has been opened by Genshu Kibizuka. Kawako Mitsu was on the brink of death after her friends were murdered. She survives thanks to the Ogre Engine, a mechanical heart made of unknown technology. A high-speed parkour slashing action game, a dystopian Tokyo infested with ogres. Kawako is seeking revenge. The faster you go, the stronger your sword gets. Cut through the toughest enemies with a single strike. Dance in the night, defeat the ogres, and destroy the ogre gates. This game seems really interesting as well. It does seem like it has a lot of potential to have fun and just going through slashing people, trying to get high scores and things like that. Now the final game is Cecile, and this is a 2.5D side-scrolling umbrella action game featuring gothic Lilitas, vengeance, and witches. The bloody tale revolves around 4 witch sisters trying to rip out each other's hearts. That's interesting. Use the demon umbrellas that changes shape when bathed in blood to rip apart the foes standing before you. You won't have time to rest when fighting through this horrific boss rush action game. So this is a more traditional 2.5D side scroller, but with a very dark and twisted edge on it. So awesome stuff from CyberConnect 2. I've been playing their games for a long time. The Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games, which I always have a love-hate relationship with. I still play them, I still buy them, I still give Bandai Namco and CyberConnect 2 or whatever my money. So I'll be picking up these here just because I like the fact that they're self-publishing. I like the fact that they're trying to focus more on gameplay, because if you've played the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games, it's a lot of flashy cinematics more so than solid gameplay mechanics in my opinion. So I do feel that these games are going to be a little bit more gaming, which is good. And that's kind of what happens when you make self-published titles over the big licensed titles that they did like with Naruto, because you're more focused on, hey, let's get this game out there for people to play and make sure they enjoy it, than okay, what's the flashiest thing that we can sell in marketing and promotion. So I'm excited for all 3 of these games. I think the game that I'm most excited about is the Cecile game, because it's a 2.5D side scroller with a lot of action, so it kind of seems like my style of game. Although the Tokyo Ogre Gate, I'm interested in that one, but it seems to me like it might be a little bit more on rails than anything, just because like slash one hit then just keep going. So it seems like it might be one of those, although it could be cool. You get on the Battlefield, that actually looks really cool too. They all look really good. I'm interested in playing all of them, and I definitely will be. So what do you guys think about the Trilogy of Vengeance games coming to all the different platforms in 2019 from CyberConnect 2? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the final topic here. Roguelike first-person shooter Polygod has an official release date, and we have some footage. Now, Crafted Games will release minimalist, rogue-like, randomly generated first-person shooter Polygod for the Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on August 17th for $14.99. Polygod is currently available on Steam Early Access for $9.99, and I kind of got tripped up at the beginning of this video because I didn't see PS4 there, so maybe that was just a typo on their end, or I'm not really sure, or they just forgot to add it in there. But it does seem for right now that it's going to be Switch, Xbox One, and PC. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about Polygod. So Polygod features a different gameplay experience with each play session. The studio have implemented randomly generated level system that will challenge even the most hardcore of the hardcore, with incredibly deep weapon customization and extensive multiplayer features, including online and local multiplayer modes. I believe gamers will find elements to keep them coming back for just one more run over and over again. Polygod has already attracted a legion of fans on early access on Steam, with its distinctive bold visual style and solid gameplay mechanic. Now poised for launch on Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, as well as full launch on Steam for PC, Polygod is ready to challenge even the most refined first-person shooter gurus. And yeah, they once again don't mention PlayStation 4. So here are the key features: infinite level possibilities, you have brutal difficulty curve, online co-op and versus multiplayer, skill-based gameplay, unique blessings-based weapon customization system. You can combine and stack blessings to create hundreds of thousands of unique weapons. Blessings combine to give a high level of depth. Deep understanding is required to fully utilize the blessing system, which in turn gives a high replay value. They're really focused on that replay value. Classic first-person shooter controls, Polygod controls are reminiscent of Quake 3 and the original Doom, bringing a classic gameplay vibe back, having been absent since the 1990s. Gyroscope controls, Nintendo Switch version only. Well, there you go there. Super fast-paced and addictive. Requires hundreds of hours to master, a speedrunner / hardcore gamer's dream. So they're really pushing the marketing pretty hard with this one here, and they're probably proud of their game. But man, there's one thing that I'll always say, guys, when it comes to these roguelike experiences, I'm not big on them. I don't like losing all my upgrades. I don't like starting all over from the beginning. I don't like one more run. I don't like not being able to know, okay, this is the boss. Like if I practice, oh, it's just gonna be something different. I'm just not a huge fan of this. But there are tons and tons of gamers out there. There are millions of gamers out there that love these roguelike experiences and will be more than happy to plop down their cash for a good one, especially with the first-person shooter. We don't see those a lot. We see a lot of like 2D side-scrolling games and action games that have those roguelike elements, and we don't see a lot with first-person shooters. There's not a lot. So this is pretty cool for those who want it. And of course, once again, August 17th out on the Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here from Arkane Studios, looking for Switch developers, CyberConnect 2 Trilogy of Vengeance, and of course this game right here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.